This is a little short public service announcement. My dump trailer, I built it. It was a small 5x7. I cut it up and it's a 7x14. Yes, it's rated for 10,000 pounds plus. It's well built. I've hauled dirt, rocks, concrete, brush. I never let nobody borrow my trailers. They cost about 5,000 to 10,000, depending on what you get. 6 lug axles, extra wide heavy duty tires, ramps on front. Well, I tried to build them indestructible. Lights inside the channel. Yes, they can get broke, but still in the channel. Reflectors, lights in the channel, lights in a steel enclosed tube to keep the branches from pushing them, because when you raise it up, you can push with it and push your brush back. 3 push-in style 3/4 marker lights, encased. Those aren't encased. I was going to put 3 bars on them, but it's harder to get the light off if it does break. So $3 a piece, no big deal, but now they're LEDs and they're more expensive. But anyway, can't see on this side. The reason I don't let people borrow my trailer, because when they tear stuff up, it's not their fault, it's your fault because you let them borrow it. So, rule of thumb, never let nobody borrow your trailer. I was being nice because the neighbor needed it for his uncle's house just right down the street. I picked it up, opened it, and it fell down like this. So he didn't tell me it was broke. And the only way it breaks is if you don't latch the gate in the open position with a pin. There's the pin. Here's a security measure. You always ask the fella when you borrow his trailer if you need to do anything, or how do you do stuff. Showed them how to operate it. Told them about locking the gate open, because a piece of pipe welded right there. Put the latch in it, put the pin in it, it stays open. When it don't stay open and you go to dump, tailgate swings straight out, and you raise it, you break a hinge off. Ask me how I know. Pin come out one time before I put the Carter pin in, or the safety pin, however you want to say it. So I got a broke trailer I'm fixing to weld. I'm going to weld it hot as I'll get out of it. Now the reason I broke it the first time, because I had a load of dirt on it and I was stuck. So I was snatching and bumping and pulling and snatching on it and jerking on it. The gate come open, or off from the open position. So I got to weld this in. Got my welder hooked up. Turn it on hot and we're going to roast it in. Love this welder. Had it for over 20 years. So let me plug her in and I'll get busy. Appreciate it. Alrighty, got my welder set. Can't hardly talk, all this pollen. I tacked it in 4 spots here. I tacked it on the inside after I opened it. Down in there to make sure it would swing. It's got some play. It's supposed to be grease, but as loose as these bolts are in these pins. You're supposed to put a wedge under it to pick it up, and it should be at the top of your bracket. That way when the door sags down or the sides spread out a little bit, it's got some room to play, and that'll drop down as soon as I weld it anyway. Heat will try to draw it in, but these are good strong hinges. Trust me, I welded them. I know. Anyhow, I ain't got the way to make none. I got a press I could make them, but I ain't got no flat stock that thick or big anymore. So I'll weld it up and I'll make her work, and if I don't, I'll get somebody to get me one. But let me get it welded up and I'll show you what the finished product's gonna look like. Hopefully it don't look like a bunch of dirt daubers. Cat, you can't weld. Finish this up real quick. Got about 6 passes in here, built it up. Put 3 passes in there. Anything 3/16 and thicker, you should have 3 passes on. If you want it to hold, and you're supposed to weld uphill. And some people do it J's, some people do it U's. Just depends. I ain't welding the bottom one, even though I think I have a stretch crack right there. But I built this up. I got 4 passes on it. I could run a pass in here, but I'd have to clean all this up. So don't want to do that. We'll see if this will hold for a while. It should. The gate shuts. I'm going to show you what I was talking about. It's got a little bump riser right there, but right in the middle. So we're going to stick a fork in it and call it done. And just a rule of thumb, even your kin folks will mess stuff up, maybe not meaning to, but it happens. He left $50 in the box and told me he parked down there and left something in there, so I figure now I know why he left me $50, because he knows he didn't owe me nothing. But 2 spools of wire, $80. Tank of argon that size, $80. So ain't nothing free in this world. Just remember that. Appreciate it. Hope everybody have a blessed day.